Okay, so I decided to tear apart the motor so we could see why this thing has low compression. So yeah, essentially, just take everything off. Not too worried about timing here. Sometimes these are tricky to get off just because the grommet holds it into place really well. Just prying in this galley here. You know, looking at this thing, it's not too bad actually. Pretty golden brown. Just making sure none of these are stuck in the down position. Okay, I believe this is a 12. Nope, it's a 10. Okay, I believe that this is a 10. Okay, crack that loose. This is the tensioner. Okay. Okay. We'll pair this together. Obviously, if I was doing a timing belt job, I'd put this top dead center. You can still read the numbers on it. I should have blasted the cams off while I had the timing belt on. Okay, luckily, there's these areas where you can get your wrench on here. Right, and then blast that off. Okay, fun fact, I used to go to the junkyard and just take cam gears all day and steal them and trade them into T3 for a core exchange. You guys are paying attention, right? Because I don't know how to put this back together. Won't need this, but we'll keep this all together. Ooh, a bunch of surprises. And we'll sort of get these in here. But I'll probably replace it with my own hardware. I don't know. The order of this probably matters. Probably like inside, outside. Outside, inside. Kind of like a head. It is a head, but last amount of torque on that last one. Okay, it's very important you do not lose these cam caps because they're specific to the head. So don't lose them. And you'll know the difference between intake and exhaust because exhaust has this gear for the distributor. Get your 12.10 millimeter socket, half inch preferably. Sometimes intake and exhaust are different. So we'll pull off the intakes. And then the exhaust. Which, yeah, intake is shorter, exhaust is longer. Okay, we gotta break the seal. There we go. See all this oil in here? This is what I added. A lot of junk in the coolant passages, that's normal. Looks like water's been in the bore before. It's just funny because the one that has compression, I think it only has compression because there's literally a bunch of junk and gunk in there. I mean, not a lot of piston slap. Yeah, head gasket's definitely blown. That's rusty. Definitely some rust and corrosion on the walls, and this is the one that actually had the higher compression. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so here's the head. Careful when you flip this upside down, all the buckets are gonna fall out, and they're in its specific spot. I'm thinking this was a head gasket, but since we have it out this far, we might as well continue with our disassembly. Okay, let's get all these buckets out. Intake, exhaust. So we have video as proof. Intake 3. This video is my reference, and now we're going to go backwards. Exhaust 1, 1. Exhaust 2, 2. Or 1, 2. Exhaust 2 of 1. Exhaust 2 of 2. Exhaust 3 of 1. Exhaust 3 of 2. Then exhaust 4 of 1. Exhaust 4 of 2. Okay, so now we can flip this upside down because we don't have our buckets. Yeah, this is definitely a blown head gasket. You see the carbon? You see the carbon buildup on the actual head? And besides there being a bunch of carbon on these valves, there's carbon on the actual head. At this point, we might as well disassemble the head and take out all the valves. Okay, whatever you do, don't do what I do. Fill her up. How are we going to find the leak? We're going to blow air. Oh yeah. Obviously too, this cylinder is spewing car wash soap. This one's dry. That one's dry. So the only one that leaked really bad was this one. Let's try the intake side. Pretty bad. So we will call the leaks intake 3.1 and exhaust 2.2. So besides needing to rebuild this head, there's a lot of pitting there. Rust marks. Maybe I could hone that out, but either way I gotta take apart this whole thing. This seems like a good place to stop. Okay, so I was gonna end here, but I might as well finish taking all of this apart. So what you do is give this a little tap with your 10 mil and lose your retainers. Okay. All right, and I guess these are directional. Someone commented on my YouTube video from a while back. You got the extra progressive coil. Progressive coil goes on the bottom. Let's do the other side. I managed to get the valve stem seals out, and they're all falling apart and all loose in there, so they needed to be changed anyway. Okay, so next time you see this head, it's going to be really clean because I'm going to leave it in the sonic washer for a couple days. Thanks for watching, and thanks for wasting your time with me.